if you're going to be recording someone or listening in on their conversations or eavesdropping in some way, you have an obligation to let them know.
Sure.
So arguably, every single toy in Toy Story is a felon for eavesdropping on Andy and the entire family.
Are the toys in Toy Stories just mere child's playthings, or are they being kept against their will, or maybe they're squatting? We're going to find out today. This is Doug Defends Legal Briefs, where a real lawyer talks about very ridiculous issues in your favorite movies and TV shows. I am Billy Business. You have a friend in him, Mr. Doug Ridley.
I was literally going to say that right back at you.
I mean, that's really kind of... You could have done Infinity and Beyond, I guess, but there's not a whole lot of Toy Story catchphrases.
You're Infinity and Beyond. We've already established you're Billy Business.
I'm Billy Business because today we're talking about 1995's Toy Story, on the verge of Toy Story 5 coming out.
Yes.
30 years, almost 30 years later, whatever it is.
Yeah.
So this franchise has captured the imagination of everybody. I remember when it first came out, I think this was like the first like all computer animated movie. Like it was a big deal when it came out.
Huge deal. And Pixar's first film. So, I mean, it's their flagship property. It was amazing. And this was back when Pixar was a separate company as well.
Right. Let's see, 1995. This came out in the summer that year, right? Mm-hmm. So I would have been 8 years old, turning 9. I feel like I was like the perfect age for Toy Story. I was essentially Andy, right? Making convoluted stories with all my different toys.
That's perfect timing. I got married that year.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
I could have been your ring bearer.
Could have been. Little Billy on with a pillow walking in. At least you were Andy and not Sid.
Oh my God, Sid,
that little jerk.
Yeah, well, we're going to talk about if Sid is more than just a jerk. If Sid is a
psychopath,
if he's a potential felon. So on this show, we have kind of developed the Doug Ridley sentient scale.
Yes.
We went into it in our Age of Ultron, trying to determine what's sentient, what's not. How do we draw the line?
Yeah.
I'm going to say, for the sake of this, yep. 10 out of 10. They are sentient beings.
Yeah. I think so. And the reason for that is because so much of what we had talked about with that's important to us with sentience and assigning sentience to an object or a thing or whatever are the emotions, the feelings, and all of these toys are fully developed characters with emotions and feelings and all of that. So, we thankfully don't need to discuss the legal issue of whether the toys have rights. We're going to assume, for purposes of all of this,
right,
that the toys are going to have rights. Kind of like our Jurassic Park episode where I argued that dinos have rights.
I mean, animal rights is one thing. Toy rights is another.
Toy rights.
But let's assume, for the sake of this entire conversation, yes, they are sentient beings.
Perfect.
Now, there's something a little strange about their unwritten code of conduct, which is if a human comes in, you have to act like you are not sentient. And in the 4 movies, if I recall correctly, they only ever reveal themselves one time to one person, which is Sid, to scare the shit out of him.
And it works perfectly. And seeing that little jerk running away and screaming was my favorite part of that movie. Nah, it wasn't my favorite part. It was one of my favorite parts.
I mean, it was great
pretty great
when Woody turns his head and he's like, "So don't mess with,"
whatever it is. Oh my God, it's so great.
But if we assume they're sentient, there's a lot of problems with this. A whole lot of problems.
Yes.
So I was having this conversation, and this is where it gets kind of weird, because if they are sentient beings, your first thought would maybe be like, oh, well, they're being trafficked. They're being kept against their will. I saw it the other way, which is like, holy cow, these are squatters who are these toys are squatters. They're using they're watching your TV. They're playing your video games.
Not
when you're
paying
not
rent.
home. They're not paying rent. They are totally invading your privacy. Like they are watching you in your
Unlawful
bedroom.
listening, eavesdropping.
So let's start there. If you
Let's talk about the invasion of privacy from all of the toys in Toy Story.
would they have a legal duty to say, hey, by the way, like we're totally alive, and as Andy gets older, they're probably like, dear God, please don't do that in your bedroom.
Okay. So, oh my God. This is going to be so much more fun than I thought it was going to be. I really thought we were just going to redo the Ultron episode today, but no,
These are real little people.
We are going in. Let's go deep. So, we end up giving legal advice to people. It seems like every month at least with somebody who eavesdrops on another conversation.
Okay.
Folks at home, it is illegal for you to record somebody without their permission. Period. Unless a court has said it's okay to do that. Right. And there are some exceptions. If there's a restraining order in place, there's a legal document that says you're allowed to do that.
Right.
So, having said that, it's illegal to record someone. Mm-hmm. And if you're going to be recording someone or listening in on their conversations or eavesdropping in some way, you have an obligation to let them know.
Sure.
Which breaks the code of the toys.
It does.
It breaks the code.
Right.
So, arguably, every single toy in Toy Story is a felon for eavesdropping on Andy and the entire family. So, the Ferdinand 82 hashtag, / we know it's just a movie. We know it's just a movie. We're having fun. Relax. It's okay.
Okay, so felons.
It's just a movie, guys. Got to make a T-shirt of that.
It's just a movie.
It's just a movie, guys.
Okay, so they're living there, but you could argue. Would you say they're squatters? Because they were invited in, but they were invited in under false pretenses.
They were invited in under the idea that they were an inanimate objects.
Sure. Right. So can Andy's mom, is a garage sale then legal, a yard sale? Because I'm thinking at that point, if she finds out or if it becomes knowledge that they're sentient, like, and she puts them out at a yard, she can't just throw them away. She's got to evict them.
Well, if she throws them away, that's murder, right?
No, because throwing them, that doesn't necessarily mean
it doesn't kill them. If she's burning them and melting them, then I guess it's murder. But if she's just throwing them away,
she doesn't throw them away. Like, she yard sales them. She traffics them. So
right. So
she need to evict.
Which I think actually raises a larger issue, which is Toys R Us the largest toy trafficking agency in the world?
I mean, that's probably why they were closed down.
Probably.
But here's
we never heard about it.
Let me say this. In our sentient scale,
yes.
Where would you put a rat? Where would you put a rat? Where would you put a rat?
I would put a rat at a 2.
What, but does it not think? Does it not feel? But
it operates all on instinct, and it's a dumber animal than a lot of unless it's
we have a lot of dumb people.
Unless it's Remy from
it's
Ratatouille.
Not Ratatouille.
Okay.
But I'm saying, I mean, how is it? Because it's like we treat these if we treat the toys as like little people that live in our house.
Right.
Well, if there's a roach or if there's a rat, you're within your legal right to call an exterminator to kill it, right?
Right.
So I guess in some ways, we have, as in a society, already established some form of sentient scales, because how come I can't call an exterminator to come kill some annoying person in my house, but I can have them come kill an annoying rat in my house?
This is true. All of that is correct, and yes. And as the sentient scale for animals and pets increases, then there are limitations as to what you can do. Because you can't call... I don't know what the law is about this. But as far as I know, you can't call an exterminator up for a Chihuahua,
No, you can't. There's no dog exterminator.
right? I mean, there's no cat exterminator.
No.
So, but you can kill a rat, but you could also put a rat in a cage.
So how would you know? I know we're veering off from toys, but
We
how
are
would you?
so far
How would
away.
you know? Well,
I thought you were going to go into a rat toy.
No,
but
I'm gonna tie it back. Toy it back.
I have no
I'm
idea.
gonna toy it back.
You go to toy it back. Do it.
But I'm just saying, like, how would you know if I see a possum?
Mm-hmm.
Can I hit it with a shovel and kill it, or do I have to?
Please don't. Just don't kill it. Don't hit it with a shovel and kill it. So I don't know if the difference between a possum, raccoon, and a rat is the size of the animal or exactly what regulations are in place. We must have laws that say that you can kill mice and rats and but I don't gophers. But I don't know whether it is I don't know that possums are necessarily smarter than a mouse.
So the reason I know you think I'm being pedantic, but the reason I'm bringing this up is because
go with it.
You made the comment
Right?
that they're low on the sentient scale because they're dumb animals on instinct. It's like, well, so are a lot of other animals that you cannot kill.
Right.
So we can't necessarily apply that same logic to the toys because in that sense, the toys have just as much smarts and brains as almost anyone else in the movie.
But what if it's a toy rat? So, I mean, it depends on whether...
Why are you buying your kid a toy rat?
It depends on whether it's an anthropomorphized rat versus like, a mouse, might be a mascot for a major, entertainment company versus, a knot.
Well, the other thing that I didn't really think about until just 2 seconds ago, not every toy comes to life because Woody, in kind of an homage to Raiders of the Lost Ark, is running away from this big ball or this globe. That doesn't come to life. How crazy would that be if that globe came to life, right?
The globe stops and says hi.
Yeah. So not everything
Right.
falls under that kind of thing. So I guess it would be
And there definitely seem to be smarter toys too, right? I mean, there seem to be simpler toys,
Sure.
right? And then you've got arguably Woody and Buzz at the top of the toy food chain.
Sure.
So I'm not sure what happens to a rattle.
I mean, okay, so let's go back to a rattle. I mean, baby dolls have the intelligence of a baby, so I'm going to assume a rattle is a baby's toy and probably has baby-ish.
Right. Or maybe are there toys in the Toy Story universe that talk that don't have mouths? Because I think that all the toys that we're talking about and thinking about are toys that have the ability to have a mouth in some way. Like even like Etch-a-Sketch communicates only by Etch-a-Sketching.
Sure.
Right? All the other toys have faces and have mouths. So maybe that's the key.
So going back to our very first kind of thought, which is, do they have to legally disclose that, hey, we can see, we can talk?
We're watching you. We're watching you. That thing you did, we saw it.
I mean, because I have to legally disclose if I'm watching you.
Right. I mean, if you're looking into my bedroom in some way, it is illegal. It's either peeping or it's eavesdropping. I mean, one way or another. Peeping Tom, I mean, goes back to George and Back to the Future.
Sure.
Right? I mean, binoculars from across the way. You're not allowed to do that.
I mean, I would argue that the toys in Toy Story are so much more
for sure. So much
devious
worse
than George because they are in the room.
Right.
George doesn't lie about what he's doing.
Right.
He's actually pretty obvious about
here comes a human. Let's play dead.
Yeah. And just watch whatever is going to happen, you know. I would say, yeah, like the crime starts stacking up pretty bad. I mean, not only do you have like serious invasion of privacy.
Yeah.
Then you have, I mean, I'll throw out the like not being able to legally live there if you're invited in, but they are using utilities without permission, right?
They are. They're watching the TV without anybody knowing.
They're playing the video. Oh, that's the second one, but still, they're playing the video game. So it's like they're using the place,
right?
I mean. Do they have would they have to be evicted at that point? Because could you argue, hey, they live here. If the mom finds out they're sentient, she can't just like throw them in a box and be like someone else's problem. Like they've been living there for years.
And that's where you're looking at squatters' rights. Because they like if you had a vacation home in Montana and somebody was squatting there, eventually, it's an ugly area of law that I don't know and don't practice, but I understand that there's squatters' rights and different, ways to adversely possess the property and all. I promptly fell asleep during that portion of my legal education. So.
I mean, there are people that like professionally squat, essentially,
right,
like scam artists,
right. I mean, that
might be what the toys are.
Oh,
because.
Why
do you think Andy or not Andy? What if Woody is just like, hey, we got to find another kid because
gig's blown.
Yeah,
gig is up, toys. They figured us out.
So I think the biggest problem in this movie, rightfully so, is Sid.
Yes,
Sid he's a bad dude.
Yeah,
He steals toys. So he doesn't steal Buzz and Woody. I want to clear that up. He does a lot of bad things. He doesn't steal Buzz and Woody. Buzz and Woody get in the little toy machine.
They're trespassing.
He thinks that he's won them fair and square.
Yeah.
But he does steal toys from his sister.
Yes.
Kidnapping?
Yes.
If
Mayhem, we're back at Mayhem. Yeah,
our favorite charge.
That's so cool. All you people from Freaky Friday, you can start blowing us up. Mayhem, it's just a movie, guys. I mean, if they are sentient beings,
but Sid is the only one who knows. So
right. Well, but Sid doesn't know until the end.
Sure,
but
if he ever does it again,
then it's. Then yeah.
Well,
he's good
hold
for
on
everything.
Hold on a second. That actually goes to something, because a lot of times people break a law, and their first thing is, "I didn't know that was a law officer."
Right.
That doesn't fly, right?
Generally not. No, it doesn't fly. Ignorance of the law is not a defense.
Is it ever something that you've tried with a client, like? Maybe if it was even like an obscure law, like, Your Honor, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, how would this person possibly know that was illegal?
You can try. It usually wouldn't go all the way in front of a jury to have something like that, because most of the time the stuff that goes in front of a jury are laws that we all know and all understand. I think the more obscure sorts of like real estate related statutes, civil related statutes, business violations, those sorts of things are usually what we get people saying more, well, I didn't know I could get in criminal trouble for ignoring the code violation on my property or something like that. Yeah. I figured it was just a code violation. I'd get to fixing my roof whenever I felt like it, But no, I mean, the principle is the bright line rule is ignorance of the law is not a defense. So applying it to this, it's not a question of whether Sid is ignorant of the law. Sid is ignorant of the facts. Sid, the terrible, awful Sid that we see throughout most of the movie, doesn't know that the toys are sentient and alive because the toys continue to do their job of playing dead every time a human walks in the room. So he thinks he's just breaking his stuff. He thinks he's just being awful and breaking his own toys.
But if the toys reveal, let's say there was a disclosure day,
right?
And Woody and all the toys decided we're going to tell humans that we definitely are alive. I mean, couldn't you nail Sid for attempted murder with the rocket strapped to?
Well, yeah. I mean, all he does, it seems like every day, was destroy toys.
Right.
I mean, over and over and over again. And the toys certainly are traumatized by it. They're traumatized by all of the weird, freaky, mangled toys that are happening, that he's made and cobbled together.
So probably mayhem would be Sid's biggest charge.
Well, let's assume that that Sid gets traumatized and then decides, nah, that must have been a dream, or I don't care, I'm stronger than all these toys, and I'm going to continue, blowing them up in my backyard.
Yeah.
Then it's murder over and over again, because I mean, it's not like yard sailing the toys, right? Giving away the toys, abandoning the toys, however we would want to do that. It's killing the toys. I mean, he's blowing them up. He's destroying them.
I actually just thought of something.
Oh my gosh.
If you put the toys in a box and put them out in a yard sale,
right?
Trafficking. If you put the toys in a box and take it to a fire station, legal abandonment.
I think so.
All right.
I think so. I mean, but you can't really do that to your 30-year-old kid. You could do that to like a baby.
But what if? Here's the thing, though. I take a baby doll. Is it always 6 months old?
Is it always a baby? I think
is a 30-year-old baby doll still a baby?
I don't know.
I mean that would have to be answered.
I mean, in the lore, I'm going to guess in Toy Story that it doesn't matter how many years the baby doll has existed. It's going to still be a baby doll.
100% agreed.
So is Woody just kind of stuck at 22?
No. Well, here's the thing. Because in the trailer for Toy Story 5, they make a joke about the bald spot, right?
Yeah.
So they acknowledge the aging of the toys, but it's almost like an adult who had some sort of like accident and they have the mental capacity of like a 6-year-old or something. You know what it is?
Yeah.
But that makes me think too, because we've already said that the toys, by not disclosing the truth of what they are, have already committed like serious privacy invasions. Right. But then also, thinking of like Toy Story 2, where they get in those cones to get across the street and cause traffic accidents. Yes. What is that? That's not mayhem. What is that? That's
no. I mean, sorry.
I mean, they do a lot of damage.
No, they do a ton of damage. Yeah. No, I mean, they almost wreck a Pizza Planet truck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, hitching a ride without the person's knowledge.
It's like carjacking almost.
Is that a crime? Like, when like Marty in Back to the Future like grabs onto the back of that truck on a skateboard?
Yeah, that's not a crime.
Not a crime? I mean, but if a police officer saw you,
it could be reckless skateboarding, I guess. Maybe.
So when they get on the Pizza Planet truck, that's I can't climb into the back of your car because I know you're going somewhere that I want to go to hitch a free ride.
Right. I mean, because it's trespassing, but I've never had to analyze trespassing in the back of a truck before. So is it?
I'm sure it's happened.
I'm sure it is.
I'm sure somebody has climbed into the back of someone's truck to like a hitchhiker,
right,
without the knowledge of the person driving.
So I'm trying to think and imagine if the driver of the truck just goes straight to the police station and is like, dude, there's a guy in the back of my truck and I
Sure.
don't know who it is.
Right.
And so I don't know what he would be arrested for. I mean, arguably, there's some vehicle code sections that deal with vehicle tampering, joyriding, those sorts of things. Usually that requires a person hopping into somebody's car, taking it around the block without the intent to steal. That's what joyriding is. So, but I don't know if it applies to a passenger. I have to punt on that one. I'm not 100% sure. Does joyriding apply to a passenger in a vehicle that the driver doesn't know about? That's the question.
Yeah, I mean, because like if I did it on like a train or something, and I
Right.
got caught. I mean, that's
Right.
getting on the metro without paying the fare.
Right.
you know?
I mean, that's a crime.
That's hopping the turnstile.
Right. Right. Well, I think it's different if you hop in a freight car with a stick with a tied thing over your shoulder, because then you're in a different category of
You're also in like
coolness.
1940.
Exactly.
You're in a different time frame.
I know. I feel like you got to have a guitar with you. You know,
The Hulk music playing. Okay, but yeah, they certainly cause like. Well, I mean, okay, forget about the pizza player truck. What about them just causing
right,
that?
just causing traffic accidents.
Right.
So I mean, let's say somebody got hurt in a traffic accident. They could. So let's say that I am crossing the street as a pedestrian and I'm jaywalking.
Right.
And I cause a traffic accident. I think there's an argument there that civilly I would be responsible for the accident because I'm jaywalking and I'm the one that caused the accident. I think the only thing I could actually be cited for is jaywalking.
Did you ever see that Macaulay Culkin movie, The Good Son, where he was like the super evil kid?
No.
It's terrible. You should watch it. It's great. It's terrible. It's great. You need to watch it. But he throws a mannequin over a bridge. And people think that someone commits suicide, and it causes a huge accident backup on traffic.
Oh my gosh.
Now, obviously, he gets away with it in that movie, but I would assume this is the similar thing of like you knowingly, because they're not just walking across the street and someone dodges them. They're messing with the flow of traffic because they're under traffic cones.
Right. And I think the traffic cones elevates it because now we're looking at construction zone and dealing with a construction zone or faking a construction zone. Holy cow. I mean, not sure exactly. There must be a code section somewhere about falsely placing traffic cones in the middle of traffic.
Public. I mean, like
impeding the flow of traffic. I mean, I think it's a bunch of tickets. I don't think it rises to the level of misdemeanor or felony, but I think it's a bunch of like pedestrian traffic tickets for jaywalking and things along those lines.
That seems really lenient for the pile up that is caused.
I think it is lenient, and you're right. I mean, God forbid if someone were to pass away,
right?
During an accident caused by my jaywalking,
sure.
Then potentially there's some sort of, manslaughter charge that could be filed for something like that. But I mean, now that's a big stretch. I've never seen it in my career.
I'm gonna guess no one died in that pile up because
Probably
it's
not.
Disney Pixar, but it's how funny the toys caused a 22 car pile up. Also, just like anytime the toys go somewhere, anywhere,
right?
It's breaking and entering, right?
Well, unless they have, because they don't have permission to go into any of these places. Yeah.
I mean, essentially, you could. I mean, maybe not Pizza Planet because anyone can come in.
Right, that's a public place, so that's not a problem.
Right.
But, I mean, going into Sid's room.
I'm thinking of Toy Story 2 going into, the Al's apartment, going into Al's toy barn.
Yep.
I mean, even
Yeah, that's all breaking and entering. That's all, and if they are looking to take something out of there and leave with it, then that's theft. I mean, now some of it is rescue. So I mean, that aspect of it is arguably a little different,
Right.
I mean, so if they're rescuing Woody, if they're rescuing Buzz, if they're rescuing Jesse, those sorts of things, I think they've got some defenses on. But just the straight out, no, we're gonna go investigate things and hop into Al's toy barn or.
Okay, now here's a question. I know we're only supposed to be talking about Toy Story 1, but I keep thinking of things from Toy Story 2. When Buzz sees the row of buzzes, theft or liberation?
It's a great question because I mean they're being held against their will.
Right.
Falsely imprisoned in boxes on the shelf, or do they only gain sentience once they're taken out of the box? Ooh. Now that's a twist. So what if these toys only gain sentience once they're taken out of the box?
I don't think that's true because the prospector is still in the box in Toy Story 2.
True.
And
he's been gifted though to someone, or bought or purchased or whatever from someone.
Yeah, but isn't the whole point of his thing that he's still sealed in the box?
Sealed in the box.
Yeah.
Like all toys should be sealed in the box. one to open,
right?
One to keep, and one
one
just in case.
God, it makes me feel like a terrible person now. Choosing the
just
fate
thinking of the boxes and boxes of Phantom Menace toys that I still have in my garage that I'm hoping are going to be worth something someday.
And there's just a little Senator Sheev Palpatine in there plotting against you.
I'm going to be okay someday. I'll be loved by someone. He just wants to shoot lightning at somebody. That's all he wants.
So, look, this episode has been absolutely ridiculous.
I'm glad you used that word because I legally believe that this is maybe the most ridiculous episode that we've done, which I love.
But you know what? We've had some heavy ones lately. We need to tie in to the big movie coming out.
Of course. And yeah. And this movie has a place in my heart. I mean, I love this movie mostly because my son loved this movie. And so getting to seeing Randy Newman, "You've Got a Friend in Me," to my son. I mean, I sang that to him probably every night going to sleep. So I mean, the idea of friendship and love and all of the things that happen with this movie, I think it's the reason why we're having so much fun making a ridiculous point about it, because all these characters are beloved.
Toy Story is one of the things that's very special to me too, because I remember my mom taking me to Toy Story, and we're a week or two away from me taking my daughter to Toy Story.
That's perfect.
So it's one of those few things that has carried on.
Yeah,
it's grown. It keeps finding an audience each generation.
Right.
They are running real short on story though, so we'll see where Toy Story 5 takes us. I do think Toy Story 5, the idea of technology replacing toys is something that I have seen with like my daughter.
Oh yeah.
A lot of the things that I'm just like, I didn't have.
Right.
We had a Nintendo, but
Yeah.
it was all toys for me, and for them it's apps, and they don't make toys for certain movies anymore because they're like, kids aren't going to buy them. So,
right.
Interested to see how Toy Story 5 deals with that.
Well, and we talked about this before the show. I found it really interesting. I mean, it's a little bit of the pot calling the kettle black because Pixar and its former parent company created a lot of
the iPad.
So I find it fascinating that they are self-referencing as much. I mean, the pad that's in the trailers and stuff almost looks like a leapfrog pad, which is something that my kids had growing up. I mean, and would have had, for a while during all this time. So, screen time and the evils of screen time. We're going to have to see how they deal with that.
I'm sure at the end, if I was a betting man, it would be like balance, right?
Balance.
We can coexist.
Balance in all things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if you want to balance your life with more legal things, some ridiculous and some very serious, you're in the right spot. Check out more Doug Defends Legal Briefs right here on the channel. Subscribe. Leave us a comment or two. We definitely take your suggestions for episodes. We have done them in the past, and we have more on the schedule that you have suggested. So tell us what you want to see. Also, if you want to listen to us, check us out on Apple Podcasts, on Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts, we are there. Thank you so much for watching. We will see you guys next week.